So welcome to this committee call of the 12th of February 2025. This committee call is following the code of conduct from the CNCF, so please be kind to each other. And this committee call is also recorded. So if you want to show your face, because the record will be uploaded on YouTube, just turn off your camera, like everybody does today, seems to. Just a quick reminder, if you missed one of the previous calls, we created a new PLA list in the Falco YouTube channel. For now, only one record is uploaded, but more will come, this one and the next ones. Just take a watch them if you want. For the highlights of today, we start with a new version of Falco, so 0.40. It has been released 2 weeks ago. It includes some new features, new filters, new fields for the rules, for the outputs. So more details are listed in the changelog and the blog post as written by Fede, Aldo, and the team for the release. We also can suggest outputs at the plugin level. It means, for example, if you created a specific plugin for a specific source, you can, by design, enforce some other fields to be in the output message. We also did a lot of work on the Docker images to get smaller, more securized images. Thanks, Fede, for that. And some breaking changes have been introduced. Basically, they have been announced in the last version of Falco, so 0.39, that now they are technically removed. Thanks to our community, we also have a new plugin for a new source of audit logs, Kubernetes audit logs. This plugin has been written by Aurélie Vache for OVH. OVH is a French hosting provider. They provide managed Kubernetes in their service called MKS, Managed Kubernetes Services. This plugin is a new source for the audit logs, and she also wrote a blog post to explain how to configure MKS and Falco to collect these logs. Big shout out to her. Falco Sidekick has also faced a new version, the 0.31. Like the others, it comes with bug fixes and some new features. So, for example, we have you can now use templates for the subjects for NATS and STAN outputs. A better logger has been introduced. It will allow to improve the logs in the future. Some users ask for a new format for the Loki payloads. So now you can choose between text and JSON. And we also have a new output, OpenTelemetry logs. It means now Falco Sidekick covers the 3 pillars of OpenTelemetry. We have metrics, traces, and logs. Pretty fancy. And last one for fresh new, it has been released at the end of the last week. It's Falco Talon 0.3. It comes with bug fixes, few enhancements, but the key feature for this version is a new actioner called Kubernetes Sysdig. Sysdig, for people who are not familiar with, is like the big brother of Falco. It uses the same libs, basically the same core. So it collects, like Falco does, the syscalls with eBPF or kernel module for all kernels. And you can filter by the same field than Falco. You can see in my capture, even the type. It's cropped, but you haven't adhered. So exact same field than Falco, because the rule engine is basically the same in the background. And so now you can trigger syscall captures like we can do before for network packets with TCP. No, you can use Sysdig, and these artifacts, these captures will be uploaded to S3, Minayo, maybe in the future Google Storage, and then you can just explore everything that happened in the pod or in the node. You can choose in the parameters, and explore the capture. You can set up the duration, the size of the buffer. If you are familiar with Sysdig, you will not be, basically you will know how to use it. And I wrote a blog post to explain everything. I already talked about that, but it works pretty well with the Sysdig, with the Talon actioner. If you want to explore the captures created by Talon, you can use Sysdig in your terminal, because it's CLI tool too. You can use Sysdig, which is a terminal user interface which comes with Sysdig, or you can now use StratoShark. StratoShark is a fork of Wireshark, which is able to read PCAP capture, not only network captures, but also PCAP capture. It's pretty fancy. Give it a try. It's the first general available version, so more features will come. Not everything is stable, but it works pretty well. And it's quite funny to have the same interface between Wireshark and StratoShark for two different purposes. That's all for the highlight. Do we have anything more this week? Do we have any topics you would like to talk about? Mike is yours if you want. No? Okay. If you want, I can show you how it works for Talon. So basically, I installed Talon with some rules. You can still see my screen, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I created a rule for Talon. So if Falco detects a shell spawning inside a container, and this container doesn't belong to Cube System or the namespace Cube System or Falco, it will start by labeling the pod with as suspicious, and then it will capture the syscall for 20 seconds. These captures will be uploaded on Minayo in a bucket called Falco Talon with a prefix Sysdig. So I will let's watch logs. Let's try to create a shell. It has been detected by Talon. As you can see, the poll has been labeled as suspicious. Then I can print something. I can, what to do? I don't know the name. Normally in the background, this capture is supposed to be done. It's done. So you see, we have a word about the action captures the syscall. The capture has then been uploaded in that bucket, in that bucket, in that field, in that path, sorry. So if I'm going to Minayo, and we have a capture created today at 5:16 p.m. So basically my time zone. The capture weighs 9.4 megabytes. So I can download it. Capture is downloaded. I will go and I can run Sysdig. That capture. Everything has been is listed in the capture. I can also use the chisel to spy the user. Sorry. And you see all the commands I entered. So I started with cat etc password, uname, apt update, and you have all details after. And we can also use Stratotrap to open the capture. Test that one. So we have all read write activities. We have all command. See my bash, cat, everything. So we can maybe also follow. Okay, we have all details. So this is output when I ask for, when I enter and I run the command cat etc password. Everything is listed there. We also have network connections. We have everything. So there, etc password. We have read cat. Everything is in the capture, so it's easy to understand what happened right after the suspicious event in your pod or not. Pretty fancy, pretty fun to use. I have nothing more to show. Just tell me if you think it's interesting anyway, and give it a try if you have time for. And that's it for me.
That was really nice. Thank you for the presentation of the demo, Thomas.
It was just not easy to run captures in the exact node with the for the exact pod. It's not so easy, but yeah, I found a way to do so.
That was great.
Yeah. So thank you all for joining today. If you have other questions later, just shoot them in the Slack channel, and see you in 2 weeks.
I think we have a question on the chat.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh, for wait, it is from production usage. Good question. Right now, Talon is still in the 0.something version. I know some people are using it. I don't know if they're using it in production, but it's pretty new, even if it has been created 2 years ago, and the first generally available version was in last September. It's technically stable enough to be used and has a lot of controls to avoid false positives, to avoid strange behaviors. And anyway, if you are not confident with Talon, with what it can do, you can, on every rule, enable the dry mode, like you can do with Ansible. So you will see what Talon would have done for you without the real action behind. It's a good way to be sure your Falco rules and the Talon rules are correctly set up. And you have a lot of controls. You have logs, you have metrics, and you have traces. So everything is there to be sure if something bad has been done by Talon, you will know quickly. Thanks for the question. I think we are good. So thanks, you guys. See you in 2 weeks, and give it a try.
Thank you, Thomas.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, folks.